Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the third part, that is formulas. We'll be seeing the few basic formulas that we can use it in Excel, and we'll be covering upon the very basic formulas here. Since this course is only crash course, we'll be covering up only the basic formulas. And now you can see we have a few handful of formulas that is given here. First one is sum. Sum is the aggregation of all the numbers. I'm just using equal to sum of, the moment you type sum, press tab, immediately the bracket opens and then select the data that you want to aggregate, B3 to B11. I'm just close the bracket, press enter, you get the answer, sum. What is the alternative way of doing this? Press alt equal to, you get the same result that we have seen it in the previous part in references, right? Average is a function like it is like a mean. Average function that we can use equal to average of all these products, apples to pies, and then close the bracket, press enter, you get the average. To make average to, okay, that we'll see it in the last part. Now sum if of a condition like you need to sum these figures only if it satisfies a specific condition. Okay, what is the condition, right? You're going to sum, yes, you could sum if there are two things, sum if and sum ifs. Okay, if you have only one condition, you can use sum if. If you're having more than one condition, you can use sum ifs. I'm having only one condition, sum if. Okay, what is the range? The range here is like apples to pies, that is A3 to A11 is your data range. Okay, this is the area in which you are going to verify the criteria. Okay, comma, what is that you need to sum? What is the criteria that you need? Apples, APPLES. I'm just giving this into bracket, apples. Now you specify the sum range. Sum range is B3 to B11. B3 to B11. Sum if A3 to A11, that is the range where you need to look up for the apples. Okay, the data labels. Okay, all right. Now A3 to A11, if you find apples, you sum it up. So where is the sum? The figures that are available, the figures are available in B3 to B11. Press enter. So apples, here apple is 50 plus 40, that gives you 90 here. So it satisfies the condition. Now we're going to calculate the median. What is the median? Median is the middlemost value in your entire data. So median, I'm just selecting the data B3 to B11, close the bracket, press enter. The median value is 50 rupees. Okay, now the mode. What is the mode? The most number of repetitives. Okay, repeated values in your data range. Okay, that is called as a mode. Frequently repeated values. So mode, I'm using mode single. Okay, mode single. Again, B3 to B11, close the bracket, enter. So the 50 is the most repeated value in your entire data. Here you see a 50, here you see a 50, and here you see a 50. There are three 50s in your data, so 50 is the mode. You can use this to understand the value of purchases during a particular day. What is the value of a repeated purchase? Okay. Now maximum. In your entire data, what is the maximum value? Equal to max. You can use max value. Okay, I am selecting the entire data, B3 to B11, close the bracket, press enter. 100 is the maximum value, out of which, out of the entire data, 100 is the highest value in your data. So minimum value equal to min, MIN, open braces, select the data range, right? B3 to B11, close it, enter. You can see 20. Now you can format all these things. Control Shift 1. When you press Control Shift 1, all the data will be added within 2 decimal points and gives you a same uniform formatting for all the areas, right? Now, next thing what you're going to see is like count function. Count is a very, very important function that will be very useful at the time of your data manipulation. Now you can see count. There are four commonly used count functions. So count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. Okay, so count, I'm selecting this F3 to F11, close the bracket, enter. So there are 8 cells that contains numbers. Even though we have 9 cells in the range, only 8 cells contains the numbers. This is the usefulness of count. In case if you're done any mistake when you're making a data entry, that will be indicative when you are using a count function. And next is a count blank. To find out any cell in the range contains a blank cell, we can use it. Count blank. Count blank, just give them the range. F3 to F11, press enter. You have one blank cell in your entire data. So you can identify and then you can clear out your blank cell. Count if. Count if is like you need to count based on a function. Okay, so equal to count if range. You select the range. Now I am selecting the range apples to pies. Okay, what is the criteria? Count number of apples in my data. I'm just giving count number of apples in my data, E3 to E11. Just close the bracket, press enter. There are 2 apples in my data. And count A, the last function in count is count A. Count A represents the number of cells in the range that are not empty. This just opposite to count blank. Count A represents the number of cells that are not empty. Okay, I'm selecting the range F3 to F11, pressing enter. Okay, out of 9 cells, 8 cells are not empty. Count blank and count A are opposite functions. Okay, you can use these functions for data manipulation. Next is a simple if condition. Okay, simple if condition is like I will delete this data. Will work it out from scratch. Okay, just you need to pass certain conditions here. If is the most frequently used conditions in Excel, function in Excel. Okay, equal to if your data that is M3 is greater than or equal to 50. If your mark is greater than or equal to 50, comma, what is that you are supposed to do? Give them pass, PASS. If you are giving them any text result, give it within the brackets. Any numerical result, no issues, you can give it directly. Okay, pass, or if this condition is not met, give them fail. If M3 is greater than or equal to 50, give them pass, otherwise give them fail. Press enter. Okay. Now, how will you copy this to the subsequent cells? The shortcut, Control D. Control D. You can see 25 is fail, 45 is fail, and 35 is fail. So you got your results crystal clear. Now you'll have to allocate the grade. The grade should be based on these conditions. Okay. If it is greater than or equal to 80, give them A. Greater than or equal to 60, give them B. Greater than or equal to 40, give them C. Otherwise, if it is less than 40, give them D. Okay, right? Now, C equal to, if my mark is M3 greater than or equal to 80, then my grade should be A. If my mark M3 is greater than or equal to 80, then my grade should be A. Otherwise, if this condition is not met, then check for another condition. Apply another if. If my mark M3 is greater than or equal to 60, then give them grade B. Give them grade B. Again, if my condition is not met, if my M3, that is my mark, is greater than or equal to 40, give the grade C. If any of the three condition is not met, what happens? Then it represents grade D, right? So I'm giving grade D right away here. Grade D. See, listen. Formula starts with the bracket in black color, and you should end the formula with the black color bracket. If your bracket, if your formula is ending with any other color, then it represents you are not closed all the opened brackets. This is the most important thing that you should learn it in Excel. So I am closing 1. So this is a violet bracket. I'm closing 2. This is the red bracket. I'm closing 3. This is the black bracket. So my formula comes to an end here. I'm pressing enter. So I got the grade A. I'm just copying to the subsequent cells, Control D. You got the grades here, right? Excel has got a very important thing, like that. Excel has its own limitations. It is like how it can handle only the file size of up to 2 GB. There can be only 32 ifs in a single formula. You can give only 32 ifs in a single formula. Excel can handle only 32 ifs. Okay, right? Now, so we have completed this. We'll go to the text functions. Text function is like we'll be using these text functions predominantly in all our data manipulation. You need to combine the functions. You need to uh, split the names and then join the names. All these things we'll be doing. We can see how we can do with the help of the AND function. AND is an ampersand symbol here. Text functions. So equal to first name is Nancy. Okay, we see, we need to put it like last name, comma, first name. This is the format that we require. So that is A26, put a ampersand symbol, open quotes, comma, close quotes, ampersand symbol. Ampersand is an AND symbol. Ampersand symbol. Again, we'll give a space here. One space here, and then last name. A26, ampersand symbol, open quotes, comma, a space, close quotes, again ampersand symbol, and B26. Okay, I guess I have done it wrong. It is last name, comma, first name. So it is B26, and here it is A26. Right? Now I'm pressing enter, and you can see Smith, comma, Nancy. I'm just, you can just copied it to the subsequent cells. Now you need a full name. How will you type the full name? Same, Nancy Smith. Okay, all right. How you are going to do this? Equal to Nancy, right? Ampersand symbol, open quotes, a space. Even for a comma or a space, you need to give it within the quotes. Close the quotes. Again, ampersand symbol, and then B26, A26, ampersand symbol, open quotes, space, close quotes, ampersand symbol, and B26. You get the full name. Just copy it to the subsequent cells. Right? Now, so now, till now, we have seen the manually punching in the formulas, manually typing in the formulas. Now we are going to use the functions. Functions are built-in formulas. Okay, how to activate the functions for this particular text functions? Very simple. Select the cell where you want to insert the function. You can see in the formula bar fx. Fx represents insert function. I'm just clicking insert function. Now you can search for the function. It will show you most recently used. There are a lot of functions and formulas. Financial functions, date and time, max and trigonometry, statistical, lookup, references. You'll be having a lot of functions. We need to have a concatenate. Concatenate is a function. I'm just going to search for concatenate function. I'm searching concatenate. The function is available here. I'm just function, click OK. So a dialog box opens here. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to join two strings, two names here. Okay, where is the first name that is available? My first name is, click inside the text box. My first name is Nancy, A26. And the next name is not the last name. You need a space between your names. So give a space. I'm pressing in text to leave a space. I'm pressing a space. Next, in the moment I press a space, you can see the space is given inside the quotes. And text 3 is B26. Okay, click OK. The moment you click OK, you can see Nancy Smith. The same thing is coming over there. And you can copy it to the subsequent cells, right? Now, there are other features for text functions. Convert your data into completely capitalize your text data, and then use a lower format and use a proper format. Proper format is nothing but your title case. Okay, how to convert your data into a upper format? Completely capitalizing your data. You need not retype the data, re-entry the data. Just give a function, upper, equal to upper, upper, upper. I'm just using this upper data, close, enter. Then my complete data is converted into upper data, right? Now, I need to convert my data into a lower data. How to convert my data into lower data? Lower text, lower, F26. Again, same thing. I'm just closing it. I'm pressing enter. My complete data has become lowercase. Okay. Now, I'm just rearranging. I need my data into a title case. Title case represents the first letter of the word will be capitalized, equal to proper. Proper data, close the bracket, press enter, proper. So I'm just doing this, right? So these are the functions that you can do it for text functions. Now we can see how you can input the current date and time inside your data. When you press now, equal to now, open an empty brackets, press enter, the current time will be noted there. And then today equal to, today represents today's date. And you can see this is data is in the date and time format. You need to convert this into date format. Now you can see today's date is displayed over here, right? Now this is a static date. Static date is date that you enter manually, but when you use these functions, the date and time changes the moment the calendar and the clock in your system updates. Okay, and the last part is like extracting dates from your, extracting year, month and date from your date. Okay, there is a function that is called as text. I'm going to use the text function here, equal to text. I'm going to select this data. Okay, I'm going to freeze this data because I'm going to copy this data, the same cell to all the same data to all the cells. So I am freezing this. Now I want only the year from the data, year, YY. I'm just closing this. I just need the year of that year from the particular date. I'm pressing enter. Okay, now you can see the year is 2020 that is displayed here. I'm just copying to the subsequent cells. Now I am reducing the 4y to 3y. Press enter. Again, you get the same result. And I'm reducing to 2y's here. And you can see it is reduced subsequently. and I'm copying this data to, uh, to all the cells here. Now I need to extract the month. Year may not give, the 4 ways or 3 ways may not give you a detailed description on the text function, but month can, you can identify the month here. You can, when you're using 4 M's, you can see it represents the October. When you're using 3 M's, it represents OCT, just a abbreviation of your month. And when you're using 2M, that gives you the number of the month, that is 10th month. Okay, similarly for the date, we can do it for date also. I'm using DD, 4 D's here, that gives you the day, that is Monday. And here I'm going to use 3 D's, Monday in short form, and here I'm going to use only 2D. And you got it, that is 26. These are the simple formulas and functions that is available in Excel.